Hi everyone, this is Jizhe. Here's my final presentation, New York Noise Pollution Analysis. I divide the content into these four main parts: background, introduction, problem statement, visualization and analysis, and proposed solutions. For the first part, background introduction, talking about noise in New York. The city council has increasingly seen more and more noise complaints over the past decades and wants to proactively act on it. In 2020, the number of the complaint incidences caused by noise is 194,278, which is 40.5% of the total complaint incidents. And that's a huge number. Let's move to the next part, problem statement. Here are the four problems. What are the major types of the noise? Where are the high incidence areas and when are the high incidence periods in New York? And the final problem, what should we do to reduce the noise pollution in New York? Let's move to our main point, visualization and analysis. In this part, I majorly use Tableau to do a visualization and analysis. First, let me describe the data I used. I collect and download New York City data, New York City open data from this website. After filtering data, I select true datasets. Noise complaints in New York of first 3 months in 2021, and all noise complaints in New York in 2020. Here are some key features: complaint types, and noise categories, complaint date, complaint description, resolution description, and geographical information. Let's move to the graph part. Here is a Babel graph of complaint types. Here are three major noises: residential noise, helicopter noise, street sidewalk noise. Take my experience in the U.S. For example, I suffer from all these three types of noise every month. This histogram of complaint types, uh, talking similar topic from the last page. We can find residential, helicopter, street sidewalk noise are three main complaint types. Here's a bubble graph of location types. We can find residential, building or house, and street sidewalk uh, are the main location types. Noise complaints are a major occurring in these two areas. Here's a histogram of top six descriptors. We can find loud music and party and banging and pounding are the major descriptors. Look at the number. In only 3 months in 2021, there are over 15,000 uh, loud music or party noise incidents. I think it's a huge number for a city. Here is a line graph of created days by working day. We can find Sunday, Friday, and Saturday, which are non-working days. People I think the possible reasons are people are more likely to hold parties and do some outdoor activities which can generate a lot of noise. Here's a histogram of agency names and a pie graph of agencies. We can find nearly 75% of the agencies as New York City Police Department. It's a major agency to uh, it's a major agency which is responsible for noise pollution, I think, in New York. Here's a tree diagram of resolution descriptions. We can find these two parts are major resolution descriptions. The police department responded to the complaint and with the information available, observed no evidence of the violation at that time. I think this part uh, mean is meaning that these situations are not solved well by police the department in New York. I think this point should be improved later. Here is a histogram of street distribution as is to Red Star. We can find Broadway and East 28th Street are two high incidence streets in New York. My suggestion is to assign more policemen who are mainly responsible for noise pollution, noise incidents in high incidence streets from low incidence streets. I think it will be more efficient. Here is a spatial analysis. Uh, this is a map of all incidents in the first 3 months in 2021, and we can find these two red star area, which are serious areas suffer from noise pollution. Then I will give a more specific spatial visualization, the map of complaints tabs in 2020 and the first 3 months in 2021. We can find these two graphs are similar. The color distribution and the density distribution. We can find, for example, the red point is representing helicopter noise. We can find this in the similar area in both 2 years, and we can find the the blue points are all over the whole city, which is representing noise. Sorry. And we can find orange points, which are representing commercial noise. Here are three maps. Map of residential noise, map of banging and pounding, and map of loud music. The reason I choose these three maps is that I combined I want to combine the top complaint type, residential noise, and the top two complaint descriptors, loud music and banging or pounding. We can find these graphs are highly related. Look at these two red star areas. The density, the most density part, and the most density part in this graph, and which is corresponding to this part and this part. So I think the way to reduce the most complement type residential noise, we can put more effort on these two area to prevent the noise pollution. And in the next, I want to talk about my proposed solution. First, I will give a summary of New York noise pollution. The main complaint type is residence noise, and the main location types are residential building or house, and the street or sidewalk. Sidewalk. The main reasons are loud music, party, banging, and pounding. And the main period as are Friday and the weekends, which are non-working days. The main agency of the New York is New York City Police Department, and the main streets uh, are Broadway and East 28th Street. And then I will give some solutions. The first way, at the same time, is I think is the most important thing is to control at the sound source. As my analysis, most of the noise incidents are caused by human beings. We can publish some public service advertisement to encourage people to be less active in the midnight. And the second solution I propose is to control the process of noise propagation. I suggest we can plant more trees, which is helpful in the process of noise reduction and transmission. The second proposal is for the noise caused by helicopters. I suggest that the helicopters which are used the most in the midnight can choose low noise engine and equipment. Similar to helicopter noise, I think some traffic noise, some noises caused by factories. They can both choose some low noise engines and equipments. Uh, I think it's more. I think it can reduce some noise pollution in New York. Then the last solution is for the noise caused by construction. I suggest that the New York government can publish some punishment measures for construction and that. It is, I think it can restrict uh, people effectively. And here's my final presentation. Thank you so much for your listening.